Welcome back, everybody, to Dream Daddy. So I promised I would probably go back and do at least one more date, and I figured this is as good of a time as any to do do Robert date 3. So this is what's gonna happen is if we had chosen Robert instead of Craig for our happily ever after. This is my dream daddy. I haven't spoken to Robert since that night when we drove out to his thinking spot. He seemed unusually somber then. Like, more so than usual amount of somber that Robert is, which is already a lot. I've been thinking about him and hope he's doing okay, but I've been a little reluctant to reach out to him. RawVox! Hey, RawVox. Guess who's getting their drink on tonight? I take a look at my dad buck messages. There's a flurry of them from Robert. Yes, it's you. It's also me, but mostly you. Yeah, dude. Right now? I can't right now. Rain check. Not now. Later. Seriously? Advance notice? Yeah. 8 p.m.? Jim and Kim's? Sure, man. Not that I'm unappreciative, but I think this is the first time that Robert's given me more than an hour's warning before hanging out. Amanda! Amanda pops her head into the hallway. Music I don't recognize blaring from her room. Mm-hmm. What's up? What's up? I'm hanging out with Robert later tonight. Okay, cool. Robert, who is my friend. I have friends. I'm happy for you, Dad. People enjoy my company, Amanda. Dad, I'm so happy you're continuing development as a human being. What are you listening to? Sad shit. I don't give a fuck anymore. What would Grandma think? Well, I don't think she cares much for the Smiths that much. But I figure if we start her off on meat is murder, she'd ease her way into it. No, honey, the language. Oh, she'd hate that. Just promise me you'll lighten up for a bit for Grandma. Amanda goes back into her room and turns up the volume to her sad shit. I'm putting on my going out cloak and walk over to Jim and Kim's. I spot Robert leaning against a brick wall smoking a cigarette. As I get closer, I realize that he looks different. Cleaner, I guess. It actually seems like he combed his hair and his clothes are less wrinkled than usual. Hey, Jofada, how's it going? Hey. Hey. You take a shower just for me? I'm working on my relationship with existence. We both stand there for a second and don't say anything. Robert finishes his cigarette and abruptly goes inside. I follow him. I'm playing Dadliest Catch. It's correct. By the time I get inside, Robert's already at the bar ordering 2 whiskeys. I spot a booth in the back and claim it for us. Robert slides in and hands me a glass. To us? To toast? To you? To us? Here's to us and all the property damage and petty larceny that we may commit tonight. Hi. We clink whiskeys and I watch him sip his, rather than his traditional approach of slamming the whiskey back as quickly as possible. So what's the plan for tonight? Hit some bars, maybe grab a pizza? I think that'll kill some time before we go burn down that old abandoned house in the woods. Oh god, what was her voice? How did I make her voice? It's definitely not as fun as if it's abandoned.
Hey.
Mary pops over the back of the booth, a glass of wine in her hand. She punches Robert in the shoulder. Where was my phone call? Oh. Sorry. Figured you were busy sinking your teeth into some poor sap. I am. He's right there. I look around the booth to see a guy sitting across from her. He waves meekly.
Ugh.
You replacing me with a new kid? Mary, I could never replace you, whether I wanted to or not. Mary leaves her booth and slides in next to Robert. The guy she was sitting with looks mildly relieved. She eyes Robert's clean-pressed clothes up and down suspiciously. What? Do you got a court date coming up? He looks handsome. He'd never convince the jury. He does. He would have had to shave first. Seriously though, what's up with you? Robert stares down at his drink, suddenly looking serious. It's Pappy. Doctors say it's cirrhosis of the liver. I told that old bag of bones to quit it with the sauce, but it's all he's ever known, especially since Ma's gone. That's why I invited you out tonight. Just didn't want to be alone. Oh, come on. Daddy, don't be an asshole. You know the one thing that Robert doesn't joke about is his Pappy. Whoops. They're giving him 2 months. I gotta help him straighten out his affairs. Robert, I'm so sorry. Robert takes a long look at his whiskey, eyeing it in the dim glow of the bar's lights. I look at his life, then I look at mine, and I know the history is just doomed to repeat itself. Oh my god. I'm just kidding. He's retired with his new girlfriend up in Acapulco. They watch the sunset every night. Probably screw like donkeys. Wait, aren't rabbits the ones who screw a lot? Oh, sorry. Didn't realize you were an expert on which animals screw a lot. Please stop saying the word screw. If it doesn't begin with, or it doesn't end with driver. Robert finishes his drink and slides it away from him. He gets up out of the booth. Me and Daddy Vox are gonna hit the bricks. You coming? Mary casts one last glance at the sad sap she's been hunting and downs the rest of her wine with one gulp. This place is dead anyway. We exit the bar and find the typically empty street filled with a small crowd of people. At the front is a guy with a really deliberate attitude and bad posture. He carries a lantern that he shines up at his face for dramatic effect. What's going on? Looks like it's one of those walking ghost tours. They do that in this part of town all the time. I've always wanted to do one of those. You know, all the stories are fake, right? Pretty much all of my stories are fake. This is research. Robert makes a beeline towards the back of the group. He turns around when he notices that I'm not following him. Come on. We can't just crash it, can we? Don't be such a square. Daddy Vox, just act like you belong. Dad Vox totally knows what animals screw a lot. Thanks, Jafada. Robert sidles up to the tour group. I reluctantly fall into step behind him. Well, here goes nothing. Hey! It was in this place in 1694 that the most infamous witch trials were held. To date, we do not know if the people that were burned at the stake were actually witches. But it is widely reported that their ghosts still haunt this hapless dive bar to this very day. It was actually 1692.
Hey!
What? And the site was over there by the coffee shop down the road. I'm sorry, who are you? Daniel McSturgis, ghost historian. And this is my colleague, Dr. Fucking 80s reference. Dr. Loomis, paranormal investigator extraordinaire. We're touring America's most haunted locations as research for our new book. You may have seen our guest cameo on Paranormal House Hunters Extreme Edition. A couple of people in the group start nodding. Man, Robert's good at this.
I am.
Are you guys part of the group? I don't remember seeing you at the first stop. We like to keep a low profile. Easier to catch ghosts that way.
Hey.
They've definitely been here. Been standing next to them the whole time. Thank you, random lady who I do not know.
Hey.
As I was saying, the epicenter of paranormal activity can be found at the Coffee Spoon, over there. The man who runs it's been plagued by hauntings since he signed the lease. Damn near driven him mad. But whatever you want to say is cool, I guess. It's your tour.
Hey.
Man, didn't know that about Matt. Wait, Robert's making this up! The rest of the tour group listens intently as Robert's every word. I think the tour guide can tell that he's losing the group. He seems to be getting flustered. Thank you for your contribution and knowledge, Mr. McSturgis. Let's move on to the next haunted location. Robert, Mary, and I follow the group down the street. The tour guide's shirt is cool. Yeah, everyone in the group gets one if we make it to the final location. I turn to Robert and grab him by the shoulders. I need that t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess we're in this for the long haul then. Just follow my lead. Don't arouse too much suspicion, and we'll have a cool ghost shirts in no time. He's so... You'd say he's a douche, but he's more of a colostomy bag since he's full of shit. That's very fair. Our group arrives at an old, decrepit colonial-style house.
That's the good stuff.
A quick pause in the tour. My name's Quinn, but most people on the ghost tour circuit call me Tour Master Quinn. I'm a DJ, trivia master, and part-time actor.
All right.
I do private ghost hunting events, birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, and or MC bar mitzvahs, and perform traditional vaudevillian mime work. Tour Master Quinn gives out headshots to all of us. His resume's on the back. Stage combat experience? Anyway, here's a little bit of history for you all. This was the home of noted American author Dorothy Pembridge, whose prose was wildly popular in the late 19th century. It was in the attic of this very home where she wrote such classics as The Diaries of a Victorian Mistress, Lady Fitzwilliam's Courtship, and The Ghost of Sea Captain Reginald Barclay. She unfortunately died of consumption shortly after the turn of the century, but several people have reported that on some nights you can see a light from the attic where the ghost of Miss Pembridge continues to work on her latest bestseller. I guess you could say that she was consumed by her work.
I'm just so tired.
No reaction from the crowd. This guy needs to work on his dad jokes. The Bar Mitzvah. It's the McDonald's-sponsored Jewish religious event. Actually, consumption is the popular cover-up. Little known fact is that it was a murder-suicide.
Hey!
I'm pretty sure she died of consumption. Sure. And we definitely didn't hire Stanley Kubrick to elaborately fake the moon landing. That's the watered-down, censored version they teach you in school. But if you can't handle the real story, I understand. It's not for the faint of heart. Can we?
Hey.
I think everyone would rather hear what the world-renowned ghost historian has to say, right, everybody?
Hey.
The group murmurs in agreement.
My feelings are...
This is a topic we cover extensively in our book. Dr. Loomis, would you care to tell this story?
Hey!
Oh my god. Riff something highbrow. Go with something I know. Rely on amazing comedy skills. Improv. Go with something I know. In the 19th century, Dorothy Pembridge was credited for protecting New York City from potentially world-ending paranormal forces. Despite her success, her ragtag group of ghost hunters were disbanded by government officials. However, after learning that the ghost of Vigo the Carpathian has taken an interest in her son, her and her ghost-busting friends launched a mission to defeat the ghost from once again save New York City. This is the plot of Ghostbusters 2. Hey, isn't that the plot to... Nope, it's not. The tour guide sees this opportunity to take the group back and addresses us with some razzle-dazzle. To moon landing was fake, to lizard people control the government, and 7-Eleven is a part-time job. Fake news. What an interesting story. Now, I just want everyone to know that the next location is extremely terrifying. If anyone thinks that they can't handle it, feel free to excuse yourselves.
Oh my
It's Damien's
God.
house, right? Is it Damien's house? Alright, I'm bored. Mary turns to a young guy looking at his phone and taps him on the shoulder. Hey, kid, fancy buying a gal a drink? The guy looks up at her and smiles. Only if the bar is haunted. Honey, I can show you the most haunted place in town. I think I could exorcise your demons, if that's what you're looking for. Don't write checks your dick can't cash, kid. His eyes go wide. Mary salutes me and Robert. She suddenly pulls me into a hug and murmurs into my ear. When you've known Rob for as long as I have, you know when something's wrong. Keep an eye on him for me tonight, okay? Sure, Mary. Good man. Mary pats me on the back and pulls away. She takes the guy's hand and leads him down the street.
Ah.
Take it sleazy, fellas. God help that poor soul. Mary or the kid?
Oh?
Both.
Hey.
Hey.
Our last stop. This burial ground is such a hotbed of horrifying paranormal activity that I'm not even sure where to begin. There's the wailing ghosts of the Wharfman, the vampire of Maple Bay, the children of the moonlight.
What about the Dover ghost? By this point, the tour guide is clearly irritated with
I
us.
am.
What about it?
Oh, nothing. I just thought it would be a crime to come all this way, not out to the cemetery, the actual origin of one of New England's most notorious paranormal entities, and not mention the infamous Dover ghost.
That's not a real thing. That's absolutely not a real thing.
I think somebody needs to brush up on their paranormal history.
I know tons about paranormal history. I know every ghost in this area.
I can guarantee there's one you don't know. Robert looks over at me and smiles.
Hi.
Would you folks like to hear the tale of how Loomis and I met?
Hey!
No.
The entire group shushes the tour guide.
I'm so sad.
Oh, okay, fine. Tell the story.
Well, it was a dark and stormy night. I wasn't always a paranormal investigator. Way back when, I was just a
Hey!
traveling grifter, carnival barker, Bible salesman.
Traveling around the state, not only spreading the good word, but becoming closer to the man upstairs myself. I happened upon the quiet town of Maple Bay quite by accident. But little did I know that this city has a dark side. Now, about the same time, I was just starting out as an apprentice to a rather famous ghost hunter who was an old family friend of mine. I carried the equipment, operated the EVP machine, all of that. Wait,
Yes.
who was the famous ghost hunter?
Well, I don't like to name drop, but Georgia Mathers. The tour group gasps.
All right.
Georgia Mathers? She's a legend. You know her?
Knew her. Amazing woman. Died mysteriously. Miss you, Georgie.
Oh.
Anyway, we were in Maple Bay investigating some reports of strange lights and sounds coming from the cemetery late at night. Now, we had been warned by the old crypt keeper that this place was highly dangerous, but Georgia was never one to shy away from an adventure. We camped out in the center of the cemetery for 3 nights straight. We endured your so-called wailing watchman.
Wailing ghost of the Wharfman.
Whatever. Your stupid vampire was just a teenager in a mask, but the Dover ghost, man. Tell him, Loomis.
So there I was, just walking back to my hotel after a long day of selling Bibles. Running the dunk tank. Wait, what? So well, I mean, I said I was a Bible salesman. Saving souls and selling Bibles. Also saving a couple of Bibles. But never selling any souls, except my own. But that's another story. I lean over to Tour Master Quinn. Won it back in a fiddle competition. Found myself walking past this very cemetery. Now, I was never a superstitious man, but something seemed off. I could hear some sort of commotion happening deep within the graveyard as I felt compelled to investigate. And thank God you did. Georgia and I were conducting a seance in the mausoleum. At first, things were pretty normal, but after an hour, everything went south. Playing back the EVP meter, we were able to hear a single word.
Whoa.
Run. The air suddenly went cold. Something was very, very wrong. I just knew we weren't alone. We started to hear this faint, distant scraping noise, like something being dragged across the ground. It got louder and louder until it was deafening. Some kind of demented howl. And then I felt it. Something grabbed my ankle. Robert has the whole crowd hook, line, and sinker. You could hear a pin drop. I've only cried twice in my life. Once was at the birth of my daughter. The other was when that thing started dragging me. I wasn't sure where it was taking me, but I knew it was no place I wanted to go. I was sure I was gonna die. The moment I crossed the gate into the cemetery, I heard this god-awful screeching. I ran into the mausoleum just in time to see a man being pulled across the floor by... God, to this day, the mere thought of it ties my stomach into knots. It looked like a man, but, like... I glanced at Robert. Like someone who didn't know what a man was supposed to look like tried to put one together? The arms were too long. Its eyes glowed red. It was like a walking shadow. What did I do? What any good person would do. I lunged for... Shoot, what was his fake name again? It was... Save. It was just Mr. McSturgis, wasn't it? Shit. Well, I'm gonna go with David. David. Daniel, no! Nah! Daniel. I grabbed his hand and entered into a tug of war with the unholiest of forces.
Huh?
I thought I was gonna be torn in half.
Hey.
But I had God on my side. The pocket Bibles I always kept on me fell out on my shirt pocket. To this day, I can remember what passage it opened up to. Ecclesiastes 12:17. I don't know. Leviticus. We're gonna go with Leviticus. Oh God. And if thy obligations be a meat offering, bacon in a pan, it shall be of fine flour, unleavened, mingled with oil. Not exactly relevant, but true. I have no idea where Robert pulled that verse from. With a horrifying growl, the entity finally relented. Daniel and I collapsed onto the ground, exhausted. We were both covered in blood.
Mm-hmm.
That damn creature clawed into my chest. Got me real good. Had to get 16 stitches. Robert pulls down the collar of his shirt to reveal a long, wicked scar across his pecs. And that's how I got this scar.
Oh.
I followed George and Mathers to the ends of the earth. We faced exorcisms, demons, poltergeists that threw our equipment across the room, but I had never seen Georgia so scared. She was never the same after that, and neither was I. Watching what happened to Daniel and Georgia shook my faith, but I came out of that experience a better man and a better friend. And we've been brothers ever since. The tour group gives us a round of applause, and Robert, and I share an emotional hug. As he embraces me, I can smell the cologne on his neck. Wow, Robert does clean up good. I find myself lingering a little too long on that hug. The tour guide seems to have bought it. Even he's wiping a tear from his eyes. Thank you. Thank you. It's an honor to be able to share our story. Be sure to watch out for our book. I saw a demon. The Bro's Guide to the Hottest Ghosts. I saw a demon. The shocking true story of seeing a demon. That both with me so much. I just like this one because it's so redundant. I saw a demon. The shocking true story of seeing a demon. Robert has to suppress a laugh at that one. Well, I think you both definitely earned your t-shirts. This is the final, Jofada, this is the final one of Robert. The tour guide hands us the coveted t-shirts. He then slips us both his business card and leans in close.
All right.
If you guys are ever in need of a professional actor, balloon animal artist, Elvis impersonator, or nude model, please don't hesitate to contact me.
Oh.
You got it, buddy. After a couple of tourists take selfies with us, we split away from the group and walk home. That was incredible. I really can't believe they bought all of that. I didn't know you had it in you, Daddy Vox. Excuse me, Dr. Loomis. That bit about the pocket Bible was aces, although giving the Dover ghost glowing red eyes was a little cliche. And that Kubrick conspiracy theory bit wasn't. All part of the character. Well, we got the shirts out of it. We arrive in front of Robert's house. Wanna have a drink? Trying to poison me? Nah, I'm good. Is that even a question? Alright, how long have you known me for? Do you really think I would turn down the opportunity to share a fine alcoholic beverage with my treasured friend and accomplice, Mr. Bobbert Small? If you ever call me Bobbert again, I will kick you right in the shins. Both of them. Then you can expect an angry phone call from my orthopedist that the morning. Bobbert. Robert just laughs and started locking his door. My shins live to die another day.
Hey.
Robert leaves me inside. I can't help but think about what Mary said to me. Robert did seem a little bit off, but that completely disappeared when we were joking around on the ghost tour. I don't know. He's hard to read. Well, I'm thinking, I hear claws skittering across the floor. Oh god, it's his pit bull. I'm about to be torn to shreds. I shut my eyes and brace for impact. Betsy, hey, be nice. I don't feel anything but tiny paws scratching at my shoes. I open my eyes. Betsy? Robert's dog jumps away from me. It's a French bulldog. Running around in circles and sniffing Robert's leg, he pats her on the head. Hey, that's not a pit bull. That is the cutest, dumbest... Oh no, it's a Boston Terrier. Dumbest Boston Terrier I've ever seen. Betsy, you're not a pit bull? And you were taken by the Dover ghost? Betsy's made of tougher stuff than that. Ain't you, girl? Betsy rolls over for some well-deserved belly rubs.
Hey.
I just keep a picture of a large pit bull in my wallet in case of emergencies. Comedic emergencies. We make our way to Robert's living room. For a quiet man with arguably the oldest pickup truck that can legally be driven, his place was amazing. There are sleek modern appliances throughout the room with a big flat screen TV mounted on the wall. He has shelves upon shelves of DVDs. Guess he wasn't lying about being really into cinema. He pours us both a glass of whiskey from a well-stocked bar in the corner while Betsy curls up on a pile of cushions. So, how did you really get that scar? And don't tell me you got it fishing for Alaskan king crabs in the Bering Sea or something. You trained me too well. Robert laughs and takes a sip of his drink.
I don't know.
My daughter and I were riding our bikes. I hit a rock, flew over the handlebars, and then we went to the hospital. That's about it.
Hey.
Not a very interesting story. I've never heard you talk about your daughter. Well, I have one. That's her. He points at a picture on the wall of a very serious little girl with dark eyes. Yep, that's definitely Robert's daughter. How old is she? 25, 26. Not too sure. Does she live around here?
Really?
No, Val lives back home in Brooklyn. Works at some new media online magazine. Makes buckets, though. He suddenly seems really serious. I probably shouldn't have pressed him about it.
Oh.
You like Santana? Yes?
Ah.
Great. Art puts on Santana, then takes a seat on the couch next to me. He suddenly downs his drink in one gulp. Hey, are you alright?
Hey.
Robert leans in and kisses me. The taste of whiskey burning my lips. I'm surprised at first, but slowly relax into his arms. He pulls away slightly, his lips barely brushing against my mouth. I am now. I can't say anything, at best managing a sigh. Robert leans in again, kissing me harder. He pulls my bottom lip between his teeth and bites lightly, sliding a hand under my shirt. My heart pounds in his chest as he lies us both on the couch. He kisses the trail down my neck, his teeth grazing my skin. I just... wait. It's not that. Robert bites down and I have to stifle a moan. Stop. Robert stiffens up and pulls away. No biting. No, I'm more than okay with that.
Hey.
Something's up. Robert runs a hand through his hair and looks away. I'm fine. I've just been kind of stressed out. Tired. Not a big deal. This is hard. Cause like, also I just realized this is like the angry emoji face. Cause it's like the arrow and then there's the face. This is the angry emoji face. I feel like Robert wouldn't want me to fucking push this, right? Like, Robert's not the kind of guy to be like, I'm gonna talk about my feelings if you make me. But also, this is like the third date, and he's trying to get serious. Let's save it. I'm gonna say okay. Okay. Damn it! Damn it! Listen, I want this as badly as you do, but I know something's wrong. I need to make sure that you're okay. Robert stares at the ground. You don't know me that well, Daddy Vox. I'm not a good person. He takes a deep breath. I spent my whole life only taking and taking and taking. And now here I am, an old broken man sitting on top of a pile of everything I've ever taken alone. But I want to know you. You don't have to keep hiding behind fake stories and acting like you don't have feelings.
Oh.
It's... He sighs heavily.
I don't know.
It's Val. She's visiting tomorrow. She wants to patch things up. Are you... I'm sorry, but is this a bit... No. When was the last time you saw her? 3, 4, I think, months? Years. I sit up straight. Jesus, Robert, what happened between you two? I don't want to talk about it. Robert and I sit in silence. Neither of us want to look at each other. Both of us unsure what to do next.
I don't know.
Fine. Things were already bad between us. I cared about her. I always did. Things just got in the way. And before I knew it, she was leaving for college, wanting nothing to do with me. Marilyn and I moved out here to settle down. We thought it would help to get away from all the distractions, all the money, the drinking. But temptation gets to you. I tried to be better, but I just couldn't. And then, the accident changed everything. I think every day about how she must have died hating me. I've never become the better man that she wanted me to be. The one she always saw in me. She was the last thread Val and I had connecting us together. I didn't know that was when I lost my life. I was gonna lose my daughter too. Robert, I spent so much time chasing after things I thought were gonna make me happy that I ruined my only real chance at happiness. Now my wife is dead and my daughter hates me. And then I convinced myself that this, he gestures vaguely in my direction, was going to make me happy. Why do I even try anymore? I'm so sorry. I know how hard it is to... No, you don't. How could you possibly know how this feels? You did everything right. Daughter loves you. You're a good person. I was a terrible husband and I'm an even worse father. I have no idea why she's even bothering to contact me now. I know I'm just gonna fuck it up like I always do. I'm broken. I shouldn't even go. Robert puts his head in his hands. Tell him what he wants to hear. Tell him what he needs to hear. Walk away. Tell him what he needs to hear. Because he's a cool dude. And he can take it cause he's a man. Nothing is gonna change until you do. Robert pauses. He looks at me. There are a lot of things in my life that I regret, that I wish I could take back or do over. And it hurts so much to know that I can't. But what I can do, and what you have the privilege of doing tomorrow morning, is to wake up and try and be a better person than you were the day before. Things aren't going to fix themselves tomorrow or the next day, and patching things up with Val isn't going to solve all of your problems either. But nothing's going to change if you don't. And you can't love anyone else until you start hating yourself. And you're right, I don't know you that well, but you have the same capacity for good that we all have, and I know you can find it. Val's going to give you a chance. Don't waste it. But, Robert, listen to me. It's gonna be okay. But, I lean over and embrace Robert, pulling him into it as tightly as I can. He buries his head into my shoulder, hugging me back. It's gonna be okay. I place a hand on the back of his head and stroke his hair. He shudders, then sobs. I realize that he's crying. Thank you. We stay there for a while holding each other. We both eventually drift off to sleep. I did the date! I'm a dating man! We did the final date with Bobbert. Oh, I only got an A.
Boat.
Knife Dad! Yay! Whew! I think I have everything finally set up. Amanda should be here any minute now. I think that's our car in the driveway. Okay, gotta act natural. Be cool, Daddy. Be cool. Amanda walks through the door with a suspicious look on her face. Her dad. Off to a good start. Something fisher. Rats. What? No. You asked too many questions. Sorry, sweetie. It's the feds. What? No. I had a crab cake sandwich for lunch. That's probably it. You're allergic to shellfish. Oh no, I forgot again. Dad! Oh gosh, I'm gonna be sick. What have I done? I'm kidding. You're right. I have a little surprise for you. Yeah, I could tell. You're like the worst at lying. Amanda, my dear, would you care to join me in the kitchen? Father, it would be fill my heart with glee. That's okay. I lead Amanda over to the kitchen table where a present lies covered under a tablecloth. It's nothing special, but I wanted to get you a little something. you graduated high school last week, and I know you told me not to make a big deal about it, but thank you for following the channel. Dad. Dad, you... I dramatically whipped the cloth off of the table. Amanda's jaw drops. No way! My burns! I figured you probably wouldn't be able to get cable in the dorm, so I thought it might be nice to take a piece of home with you. A DVD box set of long-haul paranormal ice-road ghost trackers! This is all 19 seasons! Hey, Sophia. I'm doing well, thanks for asking. How are you? And bonus material, including commentary with actual ghosts featured in the show. Dad, I love this. Thank you. She gives me a big hug. I'm glad you like it. Hey, you want to hang out with me in the backyard for a bit? Toss the old pigskin or something? Totally. I follow Amanda to the back door. Yay! You told me not to make a big deal out of you, but you do seem to have forgotten the fact that my entire mission in life is to make a big deal out of your accomplishments. So consider this your graduation party. Surprise! Dad, everyone's here. Well, yeah, everyone wanted to come and support you. Is that a mac and cheese bar? Sure is, fully customizable down to the type of mac. And there's an ice cream cake, the good kind with crunchies in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say! Don't say anything, just go have fun with your pals, alright? I'm so proud of you, Amanda. Amanda smiles and runs to her friends. I should make rounds and make sure everyone's having a good time. But first, mac and cheese. Yes! Daddy, my dude! Pablo, how's the shirt business going? My bud. I got men's shirts, got women's shirts, tank tops in a variety of size, shapes, colors. Each one of them is a fine quality. Screen printed with the logo and visage of the world-renowned witch house outfit, Fake and Veil. Purchasable at most respectable retailers, but more specifically, out of the trunk of my car. I'm also selling my mom's world-famous homemade apple butter. Never stop hustling, Pablo. Baby, you got it. I walk over to Mary, who's having a lively conversation with Amanda. Listen, kid, you're gonna need some real life skills out there if you're gonna make it out on the streets. I'm going to college.
Hey.
Same thing. Look, I know you're not old enough to drink, right? And I know you're smart enough not to drink unless you're of a legal age. But hypothetically, if you were to drink, it'd behoove you to drink a glass of water between rounds. Got it.
Aww.
Hypothetically.
Hey.
And if you wake up with a headache, all you gotta do is take a jar of pickles and drink the pickle juice. You're gonna be fine. What's going on over here? Girl talk. Mary turns it back to Amanda. Now let me tell you about how to deal with a bad roommate. First thing to know, you get straight A's if they... First thing to know, you get straight A's if they die during the semester. Mary! Relax, it's a myth. Supposedly. Against my better judgment, I leave them be. I don't think I recognize that girl by the snack table. I should go say hello. Hi, I don't think we've met. Oh, we've met years ago, and I'm here for my revenge. You're Robert's kid, aren't you? Spot on. I guess that makes you Daddy Vox, huh? Yeah, it's nice to meet you. I'm glad Robert brought you along. He promised me there would be free food, so that's kind of hard to pass up. Look, I don't know you, but can I get real with you for a second? My old man's really closed book, you know? Me and him, we got a long way to go. You don't erase decades of neglect in a week, but you sure can get tired of staying angry about it. That kind of bitterness, it poisons you, I think. I'm too young for that. Anyway, lately he's been better. A lot better. And between him shaving for once and how much he talks about you, I get the feeling you have something to do with it. So, thanks. Robert means a lot to me. I'm glad he's getting better. Just keep an eye on him while I'm not around, okay? Or else what? I'm kidding. Or am I? I don't know why I'm like this. I think it runs in the family. Amanda trots up to the conversation. Hi, I love your necklace! And your hair! And just, jeez, your whole vibe is so cool. Thanks. I like your jacket. My girlfriend likes pins too. Yeah, she's a lesbian, yes! Or maybe she's not. Anyway. Oh, this is my daughter Amanda. Amanda, this is Robert's daughter, Val. Nice to meet you. I've heard you're a photographer. aspiring photographer. I'm going to school for it. You take pictures? Yes. Then you're a photographer. Welcome to the biz. Val hands Amanda a business card. If you're ever looking for an internship, shoot me an email. Anyway, I need to go make friends with the other woman over there who's dual-wielding wine glasses. Catch you later. I love Val. Why is Val not in the entire game? She's awesome. She's so cool. Oh, she gave me her business card. She touched my hand. Congrats, you just networked for the first time. I'm a regular business lady now. Quarterly projections, stock market synergy. While you're making a fortune as a businesswoman, I gotta keep this party going. Catch you around, Pops. Daddy! Brian, you made it. Huh, I don't pass up on good Mac. I've read all this before. What do you think of the party? It's not bad. Just not bad? Yeah, it's not bad. Don't let him bait you, don't let him bait you. Thank you for the lovely compliment. Sure thing, pal. Say, let me know if you ever want to head out on the lake. Be happy to pull you out of the drink again. Deep breaths. Daisy trots up. Hi, Amanda's dad. Hi, Brian's daughter. See how that feels? This is a really great party. Thanks so much for inviting us. You're very welcome, tiny child who knows how to pay a compliment. Brian and I lock our eyes. This isn't over. Hey, bro. Bro! This is a real rager. Taking our older age into consideration. Trots. Hi, Sushi Dude. I'm trying to be in bed at a reasonable hour tonight. Don't let me get too wild.
Nice.
Don't worry, dude. I'll keep an eye out on your fruit punch intake. You know, I'm really glad we're bros again. Let's hit the gym sometime soon, huh? Sure thing, dude. Briar and Hazel peek out from behind Craig. Hi, little ones. Hello. Hiya. Thank you for all the ice cream cake. Wait, girls. How much of that ice cream did you eat? Briar ate 4 pieces. Ask any witness. No, I didn't. Hazel ate 4 pieces. She must have pinned it on me because we look alike. I have your face. Nobody will ever believe you. Oh boy. I'll let you guys figure this out. Good seeing you, Craig. Let's hang again soon. Yeah?
Hey.
Totally. Tell Amanda congrats for us. Looks like you've settled into this neighborhood quite nicely. Yep, couldn't ask for a better cul-de-sac.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad. Hopefully I'll see you at more church events. We got a big schedule planned for the rest of the year, and I'm sure the kids would love to see your dance moves again. Sure thing, Joseph. And maybe if you aren't doing anything later, we could hang out sometime. Sure, Joseph, that'd be great. Well, see you later. Hugo comes up to me with a plate of mac and cheese. Perfect cheddar to mac ratio, beautiful work. Thanks. Learn from the best. I got a pocket full of gift cards that say you already knew a thing or two. Let's get back to trivia night sometime soon, huh? Sure. You know, I'm really pleased to see Amanda going to her dream school. I'm glad she turned it around for finals. Me too. That scholarship money will really help. Amanda walks by and pretends to not see Hugo. Amanda! Come say hi to your old teacher. Congratulations on graduating. I know you're gonna do great things at an art school.
Pew!
Yeah, thanks. Amanda starts to back away. Wait, I just realized you're not my teacher anymore, so I don't have to be a friend talking to you. You no longer hold power over me. You're right. Go forth, adult. I can no longer give you detention. Yeah, I'm gonna break anything I want. There's nothing you can do about it. Are you still mad about the time I gave you detention for breaking my globe? No.
Oh!
And I'll have you know that the globe didn't even fit through the basketball hoop in the first place, so... She'll fit into college just fine.
Hey.
Hey, man. Matt! Let me know when Amanda leaves for college. I'll have a fresh batch of grateful banana bread for her. Thank you. I know she'll love that. Have you gotten that oregano smell out of your upholstery yet? Still working on it. What a splendid garden party. My deepest thanks for extending an invitation to my son and I. This icebox cake is divine. Yeah, thanks, dude. Good cake. I started Lucian, he knows. I know, but I'm a man of my word. The story of his oregano betrayal will go unsung. Thanks for coming by. This party starts to wind down. I take a seat on our back porch step. Sun is setting and everyone seems to have eaten their fill. Amanda wanders over and sits down next to me. Killer party, Pops. What can I say? I was inspired. So, I also have something for you. For me? Why? That's to be completely genuine about my feelings for once or anything, but like, growing up wasn't easy, but it could have been a lot harder if it wasn't for you. So, like, Dad, you've been there for me through everything. There's been times in my life where you like were my only friend. So I was like really scared of going to college and being so far away from you, but I realized that like everything you've done for me has been to prepare me for this, and I'm like totes ready, bro. I wouldn't be who I am today without you. Don't cry, don't cry. I swear to God, Daddy Vox, if you cry again. You're the best, Dad. I love you. And I'm crying. Anyway, that was enough emotional vulnerability for like a year. Present time. Amanda hands me a tiny wrapped package. I tear the wrapping off to find a framed picture of me and Amanda. It's us. Kind of shocking all of our photo albums are just pictures of me, huh? I figured we need at least one together before we leave. Amanda, thank you. Watching you growing up has been the happiest experience of my life. You're such a talented, intelligent young woman, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds for you. You can never unhear the daughter as Lumpy Space Princess now. It's gotta be Lumpy Space Princess. It's so much better as Lumpy Space Princess. Knock 'em dead, kid. Always duh. Always duh! My bands! Man, and I share a big hug. This is only the beginning, Pops. Plenty more memories for us down the road. Memories to make and stuff to bring, right? Oh, I'm gonna bring so much stuff. Intentionally, unintentionally, you're probably gonna have to pay for all of it. It would be my honor. Amanda hops up. Looks like somebody's been waiting to talk to you. And it's Kim. My burns! I love that show. I need to watch it again. I got started at the back of the yard where Robert is sitting on a bench beneath our cherry blossom tree. He smiles at me. I'll leave it to it. Me and the Emmas are gonna go get ice cream. Love it, Pops. Lump it bye. Amanda runs off to join her friends. Okay, new ending. I take a seat next to Robert as the last guests make their way out of the party. Hey. Hey. Robert gestures vaguely to the snack table. Good stuff. Yep. So, I had a chance to talk to Val. She physically threatened you? Yep. That's my girl. She said you've been doing better. Trying to work on the vices. I also showered today. We sit in silence for a moment. You know, every day for me is a battle against my own self-destructive habits. But lately, it's gotten a little easier. Thanks for talking some sense into me. It's hard to get things through my thick skull sometimes, but what you said that night has actually helped. I'm glad. I like you, Daddy Vox. I like you a lot. I haven't felt this way about someone in a long time. I lean in and kiss him for a moment before he pulls away. He takes my hand in his.
Hi.
You're special to me. But I have some stuff I need to work on, emotionally, before I can get into anything romantic with you. You deserve better than who I am right now. I need to be on my own for a bit, figure some things out. Of course. I think what you need right now is a friend, and I'm very happy to be that for you. And thank you. That means a lot to me. And if you're ever ready for more than that, you know where to find me. Let's hunt ghosts sometime. I would love that. I put my head on his shoulder, and we watch the sun slowly dip below the horizon together. We did it! Yeah, this was the other ending I wanted to see really badly. If you would like to see the other five endings, I think. I did not bugger it. This is the proper ending to Robert. Dan Avidan! I love Dan Avidan. Anyway. So, we did it. That is the other ending I wanted to record and show you all. I highly recommend getting this game. If you want to see, there are a lot of things that can be done differently. There's a lot of different stories. You know, go play it for yourself. If you want to see other endings. This is the proper rubber ending. Aww, it's fucking serious. I did. The only two I finished, the only two I went on the third date with were Craig and Robert. If y'all want to see the other endings, y'all can go play the game or watch someone else do it. Thank you so much for watching this series. I'm really happy with it. I really enjoyed Dream Daddy.